Facts First presents. These are the 40 deadliest animals in the world. There are many species of animals on our planet. Some of them are adorable and friendly, others are ugly and dangerous. Well, here are the animals that probably wouldn't think twice about killing you. They're the 40 deadliest animals in the world. Although wolves are dangerous and can cause great harm, they usually try to avoid contact with humans. You gotta worry about a wolf, though, if it's starving or rabid. A wolf can bite down with 1,200 pounds of pressure when they attack. Wolves are excellent hunters, and they're responsible for about 10 human deaths every year. If you see a wolf, it's best to go in the other direction. Saltwater crocodiles can grow to be about 20 feet long. They can weigh up to 2,200 pounds. These creatures survived the prehistoric age. These crocs are very aggressive, and they'll attack any human or animal that's foolish enough to wander into their territory. Saltwater crocs are very fast and strong. If you're caught in this creature's habitat, you might not make it out. When a beekeeper thought that it was a great idea to crossbreed African bees and European bees, he created what's now known as the killer bee. These bees are very dangerous because when they sting, they inject a venom that can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and potentially renal failure. And unlike other bees, these can sting multiple times. They're known to sting their victims up to 10 times in one attack. That's per bee. If a killer bee picks up your scent, it will chase you for up to a mile. According to the Smithsonian Institute, around 1,000 humans have been killed by killer bees. Now, upon first glance, the pink dragon millipede doesn't look all that harmful. It grows to be only about an inch long, it's pink, but don't let that fool you, it is dangerous. In its glands are potassium and cyanide, both of which can kill a human being. It has an almond-like odor, too. If you're visiting their homeland of Thailand, be on the lookout. Great white sharks are incredibly dangerous. They have a mouthful of 300 serrated teeth. This shark wreaked havoc on humans in the Jaws movies, of course, but they're just as dangerous in real life. This type of shark is responsible for the deaths of most humans to date. By 2012, 272 attacks have been recorded. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the Bulldog Ant is the most dangerous in the world. When this ant bites, it holds on and it administers venom several times. The poison is actually powerful enough to kill a human in about 15 minutes. The Brazilian wandering spider is one of the most dangerous spiders in the world. It's fearless, and it has a neurotoxic bite. If you're bitten by one of these spiders and you don't seek medical attention immediately, you can experience severe pain, respiratory issues, even death. These spiders are found in Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia. If you come across the Brazilian wandering spider, it's best to run. The cone snail has a paralytic venom that's about 1,000 times more powerful than morphine. It hunts and uses its internal harpoon to inject the poison. The cone snail hunts on the ocean floor, and it's been responsible for taking 27 human lives. The Yellowbellied Sea Snake is very dangerous. It has several neurotoxins and isotoxins in its body that it releases when it bites. The venom is so potent and so slow-acting that when you're first bitten, you won't even feel anything. Soon after, though, it can cause organ failure and it can destroy your muscles and cause paralysis. If something bites you in the water, it's a good idea to seek medical attention immediately, just in case. The grizzly bear is powerful and dangerous. It can grow to be close to 10 feet tall and weigh up to 500 pounds. The grizzly's bite is more powerful than a tiger's, and it's strong enough to crush a human skull. If you come face-to-face with a grizzly, run fast. You might not get away, but it's definitely worth a try. One of the most deadly spiders on Earth is the Sydney funnelweb spider. Its fangs are larger than most snakes, and they can pierce through your shoes, even your toenails. The spider's neurotoxic bite can cause respiratory failure and death. Children can die just 15 minutes after being bitten by this spider. The black mamba lives in Africa. It is the second longest venomous snake in the world. Each time this snake bites, it injects about 120 milligrams of venom. An average-sized human needs only 15 milligrams to be killed by this snake. If you see a black mamba, run. You might not get away, though. It's also the fastest terrestrial snake in the world. Tiger sharks are not very picky when it comes to eating. They'll take a bite out of just about anything. The shark is very dangerous. It's responsible for fewer attacks and deaths than the great white, but it is still a man-eater. The death adder snake's name is perfect because its paralytic bite can shut down your breathing system if left untreated. Before anti-venom was created, 50% of people who were bitten died. This snake is one of the deadliest and also the fastest striking snake in the world. You may never have heard of the Moga snake. I hadn't until I started narrating this video. Now, most snakes will attack if they feel threatened or they're provoked, but the Moga snake is different. It will attack while its victims are sleeping. It injects nerve and muscle-dissolving venom. Also, the wound is going to bleed profusely. The bull shark has dagger-like teeth, a mean temper, and it likes to swim in shallow water. The bull shark is more dangerous to humans than the tiger shark and the great white because it's in the shallow waters. It will attack swimmers, and about 30% of its attacks are fatal. The lion has teeth that are like daggers, with long, sharp claws, too. A full-grown lion can grow up to about 500 pounds. Lions are known to target humans and will compete with crocodiles for prey. According to statistics published in Nature magazine, between 1990 and 2005, 563 people were victims of lion attacks. Scorpions are very dangerous, and they're responsible for about 1,000 deaths every year in Mexico alone. The most lethal breed is the Death Stalker. There's a name for you. It is a tiny stinger which can paralyze its victims and then cause heart and respiratory failure. The Blueringed Octopus is one of the most dangerous in the world. Its bite is painless, and you might not even know that you've been bitten until you start going blind. You have respiratory failure, and paralysis kicks in. The venom is so strong it can kill you in minutes, and there is no anti-venom, which makes this octopus even more deadly. The pufferfish may look harmless, but it's one of the most dangerous fish in the world. Each one has enough toxins in its bite to kill 30 people, and it's 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. Oddly enough, this fish is also considered a delicacy in Japan. Yes, people eat it on purpose. If it's not properly prepared, eating a pufferfish can be deadly. Polar bears can grow to almost 10 feet tall. They can weigh up to 1,500 pounds. Now, for many years, the polar bear wasn't much of a threat, but now that the polar ice caps are starting to melt, these animals are coming into contact with humans more often. The melting of the Arctic Sea has also caused polar bears to be more aggressive. The lion may be the king of the jungle, but the tiger is also a contender. According to Guinness World Records, the Bengal tigress, known as the Champawat tiger, is one of the deadliest species in the world. Since 1907, this tiger has been responsible for 436 human fatalities. Due to its dwindling habitat, this tiger is also coming into contact with humans a lot more often. Hippos are the most dangerous land mammal in Africa. Let me say that again because I know it's hard to believe. Hippos are the most dangerous land mammal in Africa. They have very short tempers and they can easily capsize a boat. Due to their unpredictable and aggressive nature, an estimated 500 people are killed by hippos every year. Some experts believe that number is way too low, that it's actually as high as 3,000. The box jellyfish is the world's most venomous creature. According to the U.S. National Science Foundation, this jellyfish is responsible for up to 40 deaths every year in the Philippines alone. Its translucent body makes it almost invisible in the water, and it can inject enough venom to kill you in only 2 minutes. The spotted hyena is known for its laughter-like call and for being a scavenger. They're one of the most deadly predators, though, because their jaws are powerful enough to crush bone. Their stomachs are strong enough to digest that bone completely. The spotted hyena, it doesn't try to live a quiet life in seclusion at all. They've been seen in urban environments, and they prey on the homeless in the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa, where over 1,000 of them live. Many people don't think elephants are dangerous since they can be trained. You see elephants at the zoo, you can even ride on them. They used to be seen in circuses. The elephants in the wild, though, are very dangerous. Because elephant poaching has increased, they've become even more aggressive. According to National Geographic, elephants kill around 500 people every year. The Humboldt Squid is also known as the Red Devil due to its color, and it's also a good name because of how dangerous it is. They attack their prey alone or in packs of up to 1,200. The squid preys on sea life and humans. According to a diver named Scott Castle, the Humboldt squid can squeeze so hard it can amputate your hand. The poison dart frog is bright yellow in color, which is Mother Nature's way of warning you to stay away from it. The frog's skin secretes an alkaloid toxin that can stop your heart. Each frog has enough of the toxin in it to kill 2 African elephants, 10,000 mice, or up to 20 humans. Deer aren't dangerous to humans because they attack. In fact, most deer do whatever necessary to steer clear of humans. The real reason that deer are dangerous is because they end up on the road. Every year, 200 people die when their car strikes a deer crossing the road. The coastal Taipan snake is one of the most dangerous in the world. It comes from Australia, and its venom is highly toxic. Only one person who's ever been bitten by this snake survived without the antivenom. The toxin will turn the victim's blood black temporarily. It also attacks the nervous system and it keeps the blood from clotting. Without antivenom, death will occur in as little as 30 minutes. Chimpanzees are considered our closest relatives in the animal kingdom, but they are much more powerful than we are. It is a chimp's different types of muscle that makes them so strong. Chimps are very intelligent, and they can be very aggressive. Due to loss of habitat, chimps have been turning on humans a lot more often recently, too. Many attacks and deaths have occurred at the hands of chimps, many of them babies. Chimps can be trained, but they can turn at any time. You know that the tiger snake is dangerous because it's named after one of the most dangerous cats in the animal kingdom. It also has stripes on its body like a tiger, and it releases a neurotoxin that causes sweating, numbness, and paralysis. If you don't get the antivenom, there is a 40 to 60% chance you will die. The Asian giant hornet has a short temper and it's very fierce. It has 2-inch stingers that are very potent. This hornet can inject a necrotizing venom that can cause skin hemorrhages and destroy cell tissue. If you're stung by this hornet, it can result in multiple organ failure. They kill at least 40 people every year. Okay, now this one might sound a bit strange. Cows. They can be dangerous. They can weigh up to 1,000 pounds and they're one of the most dangerous animals in Britain. Between 2000 and 2015, 74 people were killed by cows. Dogs. They're man's best friend. They're loyal. They're friendly. But if a dog contracts rabies, it gets sick and will be prone to attack you. If a rabid dog bites a person, it can be very serious. Every year, up to 35,000 dogs die from rabies. It's pretty scary, considering rabies can be deadly in humans if it's not treated. The tsetse fly lives in Africa, and when it bites, it sucks your blood. That can be very dangerous because they carry parasites. This fly transmits trypanosomes, which cause sleeping sickness. The disease attacks the brain along with the nervous system, and it causes lethargy. If sleeping sickness goes untreated, it can result in coma and death. Tapeworms invade your body. They're found in undercooked meat or in meat that's been prepared in unsanitary areas. Every year, the tapeworm is responsible for around 2,000 deaths. Freshwater snails are known for releasing parasites into fresh water, which causes a condition called schistosomiasis. It can result in pain in your abdomen and infected intestines. If you've had the condition for a while, it can also cause kidney failure and bladder cancer. Up to 200,000 people die every year from it. The kissing bug gets its name because it bites people's lips when they're sleeping. It also carries a dangerous parasitic disease called shongus, which kills up to 10,000 people every year. It's also known as the assassin bug, a lot more apropos than the kissing bug when it comes to how dangerous it is. Some people experience mild symptoms after being bit, but others can suffer heart failure up to 30 years after the initial bite. The mosquito. It's not only the deadliest insect in the world, it is the most deadly animal in the world. That's because it carries all kinds of diseases. Each year, around 1 million people die after getting an illness from a mosquito bite. Subscribe for more!